Hi everyone, this is my final blog. Filipinas dentro de 100 años. The Philippines, a century hence, is a socio-political essay written in four parts in the magazine La Solidaridad by Jose Rizal. It is one of the most significant political works of the movement in Spain. Rizal tracing the circumstances that brought about the awakening of the Filipino and consequently the birth of the Filipino spirit of nation. He underscores the need to establish a new kind of the political relationship between Spain and the Philippines if the former does not wish a total breakup with the latter. Spain is being given a sort of ultimatum, reform or independence. Por Telepono or by phone is a play written by Philippine national hero Jose Rizal. It discusses social issues and plans for the Philippines by two friars. It was published in 1889 as a reply to a friar named Fernando Salvador Font in connection to his discrimination about Noli Me Tangere and for initiating the banning of Noli in the fall of 1889. The first pamphlet was printed in Barcelona under the authorship of Dimas Alang. Por Telefono is a satirical comedy about Father Font, who was at Madrid speaking with a provincial priest in San Agustin monastery using a telephone line that is spearheaded by the transoceanic telephone call por telefono is full of symbolism. La Visión del Fray Rodriguez by Jose Rizal pictures a conversation between Saint Augustine and the Augustinian priest friar Jose Rodriguez. The saint criticizes the priest of his beliefs and actions which oppose the priesthood. He also revealed the priest's abusive actions performed using the Catholic Church's name, Saint Augustine, goes on to treat length of criticizing the prior's deficiency in understanding Christian teachings and doctrines. To punish him, Saint Augustine attacks his stubbornness combined with stupidly true writing so that the world will laugh at him, Friar Jose Rodriguez. In reality, Friar Jose Rodriguez was an Augustinian priest who criticized Noli Me Tangere. He wrote pamphlets such as Cuestiones de Sumo Interés and Kaiingat Kayo. He said that Rizal's novel was heretical. Thus, Rizal responded to the friar's claim through his satire. He published it in Barcelona in 1889. This was published secretly because of its critical nature to priors. With this, the Philippines only had limited number of copies since the Spanish officials then ordered the destruction and confiscation of the pamphlet. Sobre la indolencia de los Filipinos. On the Indolence of the Filipinos is a socio-political essay published in La Solidaridad in Madrid in 1890. It was written by Jose Rizal as a response to the accusation of Indio of Malay indolence. He admits the existence of indolence among the existence of indolence among the Filipinos, but it could be attributed to a number of reasons. He traces its causes to factors such as the climate and social disorders. He defends the he defends the Filipinos by saying that they are by nature not indolent because in fact even before the arrivals of Spaniards, Filipinos have been engaged in economic activities such as agriculture and trade. Indolence therefore has more deeply rooted causes such as abuse and discrimination. Noleme Tangere. Juan Crisostomo Ibarra is a young Filipino who after studying for 7 years in Europe, returns to his native land to find that his father, a wealthy landowner, has died in prison as the result of a quarrel with the parish curate, a Franciscan friar named Padre Damaso. Ibarra is engaged to a beautiful and accomplished girl, Maria Clara, the supposed daughter and the only child of the rich Don Santiago de los Santos, commonly known as Capitan Tiago. Mm, Ibarra resolves to forego all quarrels and go work for the betterment of his people. To show his good intentions, he seeks to establish at his own expense a public school in his native town. He meets with the ostensible support from all, especially Padre Damaso, a successor, a young and gloomy Franciscan named Padre Salve, for whom Maria Clara confesses to an instinctive dread. At the laying of the cornerstone for the new schoolhouse, a suspicious accident, apparently aimed at Ibarra's life, occurs, but the festivities proceed until the dinner, when Ibarra is grossly and wantonly insulted over the memory of his father by Fray Damaso. The young man loses control of himself and is about to kill the friar, who is saved by the intervention of Maria Clara. Ibarra is excommunicated, and Capitan Tiago is excommunicated. Through his fear of the friars, is forced to break the engagement and agree to the marriage of Maria Clara with a young and inoffensive Spaniard provided by Padre Damaso. Obedient to her reputed father's command and influenced by her mysterious dread of Padre Salvi, Maria Clara consents to his arrangement, but becomes seriously ill, only to be saved by medicines sent secretly by Ibarra and clandestinely administered by a girlfriend. Ibarra succeeds in the communications removed, but before he can explain matters, an uprising against the civil guards is secretly brought about through agents of Padre Salvi, and the leadership is ascribed to Ibarra to ruin him. He is warned by a mysterious friend, an outlaw called Elias, whose life he had accidentally saved. But desiring first to see Maria Clara, he refuses to make his escape, and when the outbreak page occurs, he is arrested as the instigator of it and thrown into a prison in Manila. El, filibut, El filibusterismo is far more dark and brutal. This novel can really make me a better person because the novel's message is violence is never the answer. The novel's plot shows that at first, Simon is planning to rescue Maria Clara by all means necessary. That means even if he has to use force, he will do it just to achieve his goal. Contrary to what Ibarra believed in, at the end, Jose Rizal showed that violence is never the answer. In Simon's death and Father Florentino's lamentations, the final event really showed that violence is never the answer to anything. It's just a way to create and replace the old problem with a new one. Thank you. That's all. Thank you.